everybody, welcome back to the Misfit-Slime channel. Channel of channels, prognosticator of prognosticators. Yeah, this is Food Alrite! Signing in here, and it's weird, when I sign up for this, when I log in, usually there's a sound there, but it's not playing a sound there for some reason anymore. I don't know if that has to do with the update. Maybe it was too loud for people. I don't know. What I can tell you is that we just got an update, and that's why I'm here. That turned off. Wonderful. We can turn that back on right now so you're not looking at a black screen, because that would be sort of boring. Now you're going to see this is happening here, and you're going to say, wait a second, I thought you hated the Retroid Launcher. I do. I did, and I do, and I still do. But we have to talk about it. That's why we're here. So let's just talk about what happened here. There is an update to whatever it was, 0.7 before. It's 0.8. And there's a plethora of new features here, quote unquote. First of all, the wizard has changed because now they're adding new things. Let's actually get out of this stupid menu. So this has been a long-awaited update. For since this thing released, everybody's been like, why do they only have a few things on the Retroid Launcher? I said the same thing, as you know. Now there are more. So let's talk about it. All right, so to get to the update, if you haven't figured it out yet, you want to go all the way down here to System. This is in Settings. Go down to System, go down to Updates, and yours is going to say 1.0.0.7. We're going to hit Check Update. Yours is going to actually do it. Mine's going to check for a new version and say no update. But let's take a look about what's new in this. So it says they've added more systems to the game launcher. Okay, we'll talk about that soon. The OTA app will now automatically check for available updates and notify you when they're available. That means that we don't have to go look for updates anymore. You're going to turn it on. It's going to say there's an update available. You're going to click OK. It's going to update. Beautiful. Next, lower the brightness of charging, the charging LED light. Okay, cool. So it's, whatever. I guess people weren't able to put it upside down. Whatever. Added the manual dead zone slider for both analog sticks inside the input control menu. So now we have an extra added joystick control there. So we can fix that up. Added new games and emulators to the startup wizard. We're going to look at that right now. Optimize the default settings for the Dolphin emulator to enhance performance. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Optimize the policy to free memory from background apps when the system is running low on memory. Okay, it's what it says it is, but that's nothing we can do. That's just telling you what it's doing for you. Change the default PWM frequency of backlight to reduce noise. Okay, fix screen mapping and gyro bugs. That's just a fix. That's nice. Change the default backlight setting to 50% for the boot video and 50% for the initial brightness setting of Android to eliminate brightness changes during the booting process. So I guess people were complaining about it being too bright during the booting process. That's not the cause of the light bleed, but maybe they're trying to say it was. Okay, because it's still happening. I can see it. Anyway, okay, so that's that. Let's figure all this out. Let's go to the wizard. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. Preinstall apps. So now there are 30 of them. Okay, so we can just go through them real quick. We have Citra Enhanced. That's an updated app. Now, some of these are updated, and it will update the apps that you have previously, with a few exceptions. For instance, Dolphin for Handheld. That's new. There is no update. It's new, and then we still have the old one as well, because it's a brand new app with a brand new different name. And this was made specifically for this device. Dig has been updated, which I don't like because I just went into it and it's now redoing fucking everything, but whatever. Duck Station. Now we have Easy RPG Player. We have an updated Flycast, Gamepad Test, our Moopin, MIX Explorer, Moonlight. I don't know what the fuck that is. Minecraft of some sort. I don't know. I don't know shit about Minecraft. I'll tell you that much. MMO, Pokemon. I don't know. Redream, RetroArch, San Andreas Unity, Spelunky, Steam Link, Unciv. I don't know what the fuck that is. VCMI. I don't know what that is. This is an updated Yaba Sanshiro. Now they have Aether in here, although I had downloaded it anyway, but now it's in there. We have a nightly updater, Open BOR, Open LARA, Open RCT2. Now all of these, you have to like get the information or the data online and move it in. It's a process. And so if you're interested in these, sure, go ahead and do it. But if you're not, and you just are like, oh, I'll do these anyway, it's going to take some time. The 32-bit, RetroArch, ScumVM, Serious Sam, Shattered Pixels. So that's what we have now. Let's just get out. Now I'm going to change this again. Before I had it launching into the launcher because I was like excited, ready to go. But let's go back to this because this is what I want. So I changed nothing except for that. So to complete it, hit start. And we're going to launch into here anyway, of course. Why wouldn't we launch into here anyway? So let's just talk about what we have here. Now we can reorder things. Hold the A button. All right, so now you can reposition it by moving it up. Now it's telling you how to, as if you don't know. Don't show again, please. All right, and you can just move it left or right. Up and down, no. Left or right, yes. Ooh. Awesome. That's a big change that we have here. All right, hit OK. It says reposition successful, but I didn't move it. I just put it back to where it was. So, yeah, that's one of the big things. They also, I believe, made these a little bit bigger. They were smaller before, I think. I don't know. Either way, this is ridiculous. Why does it need to be so fucking huge? Why is it 2x2? I have to now scroll like this to get through all my apps? Why? It's fucking ridiculous. That's insanity. Who does that? No, it should be, I mean, it could easily be 3x3, but it could be 4x4. It could be 3x3x3. I think 3x3x3 is actually the best bet right here. You get 9 things on the screen instead of these blocky ass 4. Who needs an icon this big? Am I 90 years old? No. I can fucking see it. And if the 90-year-old is playing it, I'm sure 3x3x3 is fucking big enough for them to still see. This is insane. This is for an insane person to do. All right. So that's the change here. Big change in the app fucking thing. You can reorder it, and I think it's a bit bigger. Ooh. Awesome. In the emulation side of things, we'll get to that in a second, but let me just really quickly talk about the actual interesting things here. Let's talk about Dolphin. So this is the old one. It's still here. And yes, still, if you move things around, it still doesn't stay where you want it to be. And so in that case, the Retroid Launcher, might be for you. I don't know. I just fucking hate the Retroid Launcher so much. I hate I hate not the color, but the setup and just how big it is. It looks like it's made for a blind person. You'll see also that I have a ton of different RetroArchs. That's because MAME doesn't fucking work at all in the 64-bit, and it wasn't recognizing the 32-bit. So I had to download it again. Why do I have that many RetroArchs? That's why. What was I looking for again? I forget now. Dolphin. Yeah, it should be called Dolphin for Handheld. I'm sure I scrolled past it already. There it is. Dolphin for Handheld. Okay. So now, the big thing here, I guess, is that this Dolphin for Handheld is set up specifically for this system. Last time it wasn't set up, and for some reason, these settings were not shared with the community. So we had to wait because we were waiting for it to be included in this Dolphin for Handheld. And here it is. So that's what happened, I suppose. And yeah, so here is the Dolphin for Handheld. Here's the beautiful screen here. Everything's set up. Everything's different. And look, that little dot that was on the screen is gone. So that's the one amazing thing here. As you can see, I don't know where the fuck I am. This is just scrolling up and down. And I can't select anything. Do I have to hit this first? Nope. It just selected Zelda for no reason. So that's interesting. Although we're going to use it through not the launcher. Oh, look what I can do here. I wasn't actually planning on using that, so please back out. Whoop. Yeah. I'm going to use it through Dig, so it's not going to matter. It's going to open up through Dig. There's not going to be any problems. We're going to go check out joystick calibration. So let's look at your... So we're going to input control. Now we have this joystick dead zone radius where you can mess around with that. So that's been added. And that's pretty much it. That's our updates here that aren't involving the Retroid Launcher. So here we go. Let's talk about Retroid Launcher and get into it right now. All right, pull it up. Now, I don't want to open it like with this anymore because it just doesn't, it's ridiculous. So now we have more systems. Let's just go through them. We got MAME, PC Engine, PSP, PlayStation 2, PlayStation, 3DS, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, Wii, GameCube, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System, N64, Dreamcast, DS, and that's where it ended before. Now, oh no, maybe we didn't have DS before. So now we have DS, Final Burn Alpha, Neo Geo, Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, Sega CD, Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System, Sega Game Gear, Sega 32X, Wonder Swan Color, the Atari Lynx, 7800, 2600, your CPS 1, 2, and 3, MSX, and Virtual Boy. So that all equals to, let's count it together, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 systems right there for you. And that's all well and good, but Dig has more. Dig has a lot more. So, granted, some of them aren't usable, but I'm not seeing TurboGrafx CD here. Where's that? Not here. I'm not seeing a lot of things here that we use over there. I don't see 3DO. 3DO works perfectly on the fucking Retroid Pocket 2 Plus, or it works perfectly. Yet we can't use it through this because it's not here. Now, that's fine. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. This is a great thing that these were added. I'm just saying that it doesn't have everything, and Dig does. So right now, I'm still leaning towards Dig. All right, so they have updated the scraper. So, which I don't believe it said in the breakdown we saw earlier, but it is true. They've added some extra bells and whistles to it. Again, I said this before and I'll say it again. I'm not the guy to go to for specifical terms and technicalities. No, but seriously, I'm not the guy who like talks about specs or anything like that. Not my thing. I kind of understand them. It's not my forte, have you. I'm just an old school fucking punk who wants to play some old school games. That's who I am. That's what I want to do. But what I do know is what a scraper does. And what a scraper does is it pulls that box art for you. Now, they have added some stuff, because I guess, as you saw in the last video, we weren't getting a lot of box art. Let's rephrase that. We were getting box art, but there was a lot of missed box art. I have noticed that it is better now. If we go into PC Engine, I mean, a lot of these, if not all of them, have box art. It looks ugly. It's squished. It's square. It doesn't make, oh look, the best game ever. It doesn't make sense with anything except for really Game Boy Advance, those type of games. But any box that isn't square, this looks odd and awkward and squished. Let's take a look at PSP. I mean, a lot of the PSP are missing, but look at this box art. It's so gross. Here's one where I only have one. So let's get rid of this. ROMs, we'll say delete. Okay. So what happens is now there's a special folder, that they create. Now you go in, you create these folders. I'll show you how to do that in a second. But since we're here, well, I can show you how to do it now. Why do things backwards, right? So you go to setup, and now you have create ROM folders, right? And it creates a special thing of folders. So if you already have them set up, this is going to set up more. But now you're going through an extra step because it sets up a folder within your SD card, which then takes you to these folders. No problem, but not necessary at all. The only reason it's necessary is for this purpose. And I did it with all of these just to see what would happen, which means now I have to change everything with Dig, but that's a whole nother story. You go to ROMs. You go to add. Now, instead of picking internal storage or SD storage, now it has default SD card directory. And that's great because that's where all of your things will be. So it's a one-hit thing. You don't have to search for it anymore. I do like that idea. Scan. So what it does is this happens now. It says we were unable to match some ROMs. If you'd like, we can attempt to hash these files to get a match. The operation can take several minutes to complete depending on the amount of files, blah, 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 blah. So you hit OK. Great. So it's going to hash them. So now we're going to wait. This is only one file. Now, I thought it would take quick, but that's right. It's an ISO. So we're going to wait on it. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Oh, now it's scraping. I'm so excited. Oh, didn't scrape it. Okay, wonderful. But we have options. I wonder if I change the name from d.hack to the actual name, which is the actual dot. Let's go here. Let's see if this works. I'd like to delete that too. .hack. Let's see if this works. .hack infection. Done. Let's see if that changes anything. Let's force an MD5 check. Now what this does is once you rename the game, this will re-scrape. Well, it'll re-look into the metadata and make sure that it has, all the information. It'll see, hey, do I recognize the name yet? Now, if it doesn't recognize the name, well, we're out of luck. Shit out of luck, as one might say. We're also going to force a box art scrape. Now, you may have seen I'm using the touchscreen. It's because sometimes when you open this up, which is all you have to do is hold A, by the way, to get to this menu. But sometimes it just doesn't fucking do anything. Now, look, this didn't change, so I have a feeling this isn't going to do shit. And I was right. So even though it's .hack infection the right way, it doesn't matter. It still won't scrape the fucking game. And it drives me fucking crazy. Now, I wonder if they would do it in Dig. Let's go to Dig in a second, but I also want to show you one other thing. Again, the scraper is much better than it was before. Look at all these N64 games. Everything's scraped here. Let's go to the Nintendo. Well, there's a bunch. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's frozen. So this will happen too. Unfortunately, with this launcher, which I don't like this launcher for many reasons. This is one of them. It freezes. Like, it gets frozen if you go too fast. Another big problem is you can't skip by letter. So I have 800 fucking Nintendo games, and I have to go through each of them just like this, and it isn't fucking fun. And look, like that was just scraped just now, which is, I mean, it's Barbie, so not the best, thing to be looking at, but whatever. That got scraped just now too. Let's see if this does. This did not get scraped just now. So that'll happen, whatever. But if you notice, I'm only up to the B's. To fucking scroll down, and it keeps freezing because it's trying to remember what the box art is. But even if that wasn't happening, it's a bitch to go through all of these fucking games. It's much easier in Dig, where you only have to hit R2 or L2 to skip by letter. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Those are the letters of the alphabet, folks. That's what you want to skip by. It's so much fucking easier. Here, you're going down until you find the game you want. You're still in B. You're still in B. And as you can see, it sucks. So that really sucks about this fucking launcher. Nothing's changed about that. I mean, I don't understand why Bump and Jump and Buzz and Wall Dog are not fucking scraping. Again, we still have issues like this where games, that are named correctly are just not scraping. Here's another case in point in the Sega CD. The fucking Adventures of Willy Beamish. The name of the game is The Adventures of Willy Beamish. It's written everywhere as Adventures of Willy Beamish, the, which every game that has a the in it has a the, and they're not giving me any fucking problems. I don't like, by the way, that my copy of Batman Returns USA is saying Mega CD. It wouldn't say that in the fucking USA version. Like, that stresses me out. Like, I don't care that it says Mega CD. In the long run, that doesn't matter. But it's clearly a U for USA, so why is it showing the European cover? I want the American cover. If I have a copy of the Japanese game, I want to see the Japanese cover. If I have a copy of the European game, I want to see the European cover. Why is it Mega CD? I don't fucking know. But them's the breaks. But let's talk about Willy Beamish here. This is spelled correctly. Adventures is spelled right. Of is spelled right. Willy has a Y in it, not an IE. And Beamish is spelled BEAMISH. Yet, for some reason, it refuses to scrape this cover. I don't know why. I don't know why. She murdered a fly. Perhaps she'll die. Listen. Let's quit out of here real quick. Go into Dig. And let's see if those box art cover thingies are here. I forgot what the first thing we were looking at was. That I was like, why is this not? Well, it doesn't matter. Let's go to the Mega CD. Look, Willy Beamish, not only did it scrape correctly, but it's the correct size. Look at that. It's a fucking rectangle. It's lengthy. It makes sense. It's not a square. Batman Returns. Look at that. Sega CD, because it was the USA. Now, this says Mega CD, but that's not the fault of the scraper. That's the fault of the theme. The theme just said that in the first place because the person who made it probably is not from America. So that's why it's up there like that. But look, everything says Sega CD because it is the Sega CD. What was it, Nintendo before that we were looking at? Let's take a look at that real quick. Nintendo Entertainment System. See if it did, what was it, bump? Oh, look at this. Look how I can skip. I know we showed you this last time, but this is just to show those people who didn't watch the last video that you can skip by letter. It makes so much fucking sense. Whoops. That was me hitting R1. Okay. Uh-oh. Get out of there. All right, I don't know why that didn't fucking stop, but, you know, shit happens sometimes. All right, let's go back into D. Wait, we weren't looking at D. We were looking at Bump and Grind or some shit, right? Bump and Dump. Let's see what we have here. Everything seems to be scraped. Like, I didn't select anything, so this is clearly a better scraper. I didn't do shit for this. Let's see. Blackjack. These were all there. Now, this one... Bomb Sweeper, couldn't find a cover, but it did sweep. It did scrape the fucking screenshot here. You know, the title screen. So at least it did something. This one says no screenshot, but then it says Box Boy there, so that's nice. Man, I forgot what we were looking for. Oh, here we go. Buzz and Walt, look at that. Right there. No problem, right? Here it is. Bump and Jump. That's what it is. Pump and Dump right there. Fucking, why couldn't it do it on the other scraper? Doesn't make any sense. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same ROM. So why couldn't they do it? I don't fucking know. I really honestly do not know. But that's neither here nor there. I will pick Dig anytime. But besides that, the scraper, as I said, is so much better than it was before. It's just not perfect. And I don't think any scraper is super perfect, but I'll tell you that Dig is more perfect than any other one on here. Here's a weird thing. I just... charged this thing. It was off. I charged it. I got the green light. I unplugged it, and it's at 85%. Well, it's at 88% when I opened it. That didn't happen before this update, so that makes me nervous. But I don't know. That just really made me nervous, and I noticed it when I turned it on, but I forgot until just now. All right, so let's talk about MAME for a second. There's a problem where the 64-bit version of RetroArch does not want to work with MAME. And it's the default for MAME and all the other arcade systems. And for some reason, no arcade game wants to work on this system with 64. Don't know why. Now, I'm not saying that's the way it is for all people, but if you're opening it up and this is happening, let's just pick 1945. See that? That's going to happen. For some reason, at least my RetroArch just does not want to work with it. Berserk? No. In fact, look, close the app. It's not working. So what you want to do, if this is happening with you, it's actually fairly simple to fix it. Now, I was stressed out for a while, not realizing I could change this. But you can on Dig, so I thought I'd look around, and here we are. It's on Arch 64. Go to default. Now, even though I have a 32-bit one on here, it didn't recognize it. I actually had to go into the fucking Play Store and re-download it. So the one that came with it, it still just didn't recognize as quote-unquote default RetroArch. So I re-downloaded it. I fucking have 3 of them now, as you saw earlier. Save that. And now what happens when I go to 1945? Well, there we go. Now it fucking adds up. Now, this happens each time. I hate that shit. We're going to try to find a way to turn it off. I know you can normally on the app on the computer, so I'm sure you can here too. Now, this shit's on the screen. We're going to have to get it off. The problem here is that my quote-unquote default RetroArch is not set up right now. So normally, as you know, I would hit Start to get into the menu and hold it, and that's not working. So I don't know how it's set up. So we have to actually go into RetroArch and fucking set it up exactly the way that we have it set it up on 64, and just leave it there for all the arcade games to open with. That's what you have to do if that's the case. Now, again, I'm sure there might be another way, but this is the way I know, brother. And, but once we set it to that, look, it's working fine. It's working fine. It's fucking tiny as shit. I can't see a goddamn thing, but it's fine. There you go. Okay. Enough of this. I have to hit home to get out of it because there's no way for me to get to that RetroArch menu, unfortunately. Let's talk about Super Nintendo. Boom. So, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at the same three from before. It still doesn't recognize the most common Super Nintendo file extension. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I batch renamed all the file extensions, which you could just Google how to do. It's very easy. It's using the command prompt and just go to your folder. But of course, don't go to your folder, you know, in wherever your folder is on your computer. Make sure you go to the one in the Retroid Pocket, because just keep those as is. But I changed all of my file extensions from SFC, which it does not recognize, to SMC, which it does recognize. And here we go. Now we have all of our Super Nintendo games. I don't think that it makes any sense not to have the most common fucking name working in here, but that's fine. But we should be able to add our own file extensions, although we might be able to now. I haven't checked. Let's go to edit and see. Oh, I went down, which means we have to now wait for the box art. Fun. There we go. All right. Edit. And can we change it? Package, activity, core, run. No, we can't. So, still the way it is before, but you can still rename everything and it'll work. So that's another con, but there's that. Okay, now I know what you want me to test. You want me to test the fucking GameCube. All right. Let's talk about GameCube. So we're going to test it out with Haunted Mansion again, because that's what we did last time. And, you know, I'm nothing if I'm not consistent. So here we are. Now, I personally don't like the FPS and all the stats up top. It bothers me. It doesn't fucking go away. You can make it go away. You can make it go away. Now, I just have to fucking go in and change the settings. I'm not going to do that right now. You can figure that out on your own. It's very self-explanatory. But if you take a look at this, and let's turn that volume up. I didn't even realize it was so fucking low. It's running so much smoother. Right? And so this was set up specifically with all these games configured. It's configured correctly, I believe, for every game, but if not, if there's an issue that you have, you just do a little scroll up and you hit the back button, and then we're going to go to quick settings, and then you can change things here. So if it's the resolution, you can turn that up or down. It'll work for this play, but I'll show you in a second. Let's get out of here. Look how nice this is running. Remember last time when it was a fucking mess? It's running nicely. Look at this. Yeah, new game. Sure. Sure. Okay, whatever. Bats.
As a lifelong author,
now this wasn't even working before. It was so stuttery.
For the more chilling of my tales from my own experiences As a young man living
This
in
is fucking
Louisiana
chef's kiss. Mwah!
after the Civil
Let's make sure the gameplay works normally. And then we're good here. Right? I think that we're good here. This is the only thing that was giving us a lot of trouble, right? I mean...
I hope he's feeling better.
All right.
The light switch is over there.
Yeah. We're just gonna run around. Hey, it doesn't feel too bad. All right.
Uh-oh. Fight off
Why does
these
this look so
evil spirits with
terrible? Yeah, it's shooting normally. He's running. Can you jump? Whoa, that's not the jump button. Oh, here's jump. Jumping around like a motherfucker. Ah! Ah! Ghost! Ghost! Yeah. Okay. Point being, this fucking works. Now let's do this. I'm sure I'll get attacked while I'm doing this, but who cares? We're gonna go to exit emulation. Okay? Now let's get out of here. Go to quit. There we go. And let's go into Dolphin for handheld. Now, you can do this by game. I like to use the touch screen for this. I can't see where the fucking thing is pointing. Can you? I have no clue. I mean, look, it gets there. Zelda's a little darker. You could barely tell where this fucking thing is. Look, it's on Carmen Sandiego now. Eternal. You see that? Look how light that is. How would anybody see that shit? So, let's long press Haunted Mansion. And now, look, we have custom game settings. And you could just do your settings for this specific game. So you'd go into graphics, and then you'll change whatever you want to change in here. And it'll change it literally just for this particular game. And don't forget to hit the little save button all the way out on the top right. You know, and what else is there here? I think that's it. You can go into Gamecube, but that's not going to help. Yeah, no, you just want to do it, and it'll change it specifically for the game itself. You can also put in your cheat codes if you want. That's wonderful. You know, these systems are like the last ones where we had cheat codes. Like, they just stopped doing them because of multiplayer. And while I agree with it in the multiplayer front, there should be no reason you shouldn't want to have fun in other games. Like, who doesn't want to have fucking Big Head mode or whatever? It's so fucking stupid that you can't... whatever. We're not going to get into that right now. We can get into a whole discussion on what's cheating and what have you afterwards. I want to talk really quickly because these are open right now. So this Open RCT2, that's Roller Coaster Tycoon, Open Lara, Tomb Raider, San Andreas. All these things don't work. They do, but at the moment they don't work. You have to actually go and get the files to put in there, like the files from the game that you own. Wink, wink. No, that you own. Wink, wink. And you want to set it up there. You can find how to do it online. All you have to do is type in Open Lara. You'll find a GitHub or what have you. Same thing with all these. And it'll explain where to put all the files and what have you. It's not my thing. I can play these fucking games on the PC. I don't really need to travel with them. Like, I've never felt the need to travel with San Andreas. I guess I would, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll set these up one day or a couple of them and show you guys. But, I mean, the explanation is to be found. And I think that is it. Let me just check one more time in the Retroid Launcher to see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. Ugh. Yeah, we talked about the fucking 2x2 nonsense. Nonsense, I tell you. Yeah, everything fucking works. Everything fucking works, and it's fucking fast. You know, I mean, look, we got Atari Lynx now. You know, I set these up without actually, like, going through them, so it's, like, still doing the box art. But once, well, I guess we don't get APB. So look, boom, right in. See how fast that was? I have to put my username and password in, I guess, not for resale. Yeah, here's your Atari Lynx right here. Do you want to be the alien? Predator? Ah! Okay. So we're going to go to the menu here, and this is still the same as it was before. If you haven't seen my How to Set Up RetroArch video, you can find that on this channel as well. I'll put a link right there. See it? Cool. So you can see how to set up RetroArch. It's not a video on how to set up RetroArch, but I go through it. You'll see it. There's chapters, people. Chapters. So everybody have fun with that. All right, let me talk about, is there anything else you want to see? I know, I don't want to leave. I love you guys. I miss you guys already. It's sad to see you go and you haven't gone anywhere. Look, it's understandable they can't have everything. Nobody can have everything, right? But Dig comes close. It has a lot of shit, and you can add a lot of your own. And the only thing is CDI isn't working. I think that's the only one that I've tested that I can't get to work. I know there's a way to do it through MAME, through the current version of MAME, I believe. But I can't get it to run that way. It's just not working. I've tried many different things. It's just not happening. I had it working on my Odroid Super Go Super thing. But I just can't get it to go on here. So I don't know. I'll see. Maybe we'll try something else later or maybe the update makes it work now. I don't know. Or maybe I couldn't use the old RetroArch, just like the way it is here, or the 64-bit RetroArch. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then, of course, the final con is it's just ugly. Not this. This is cool. This is like, it looks like the Switch. But when you go into the game, look how ugly the 2020 Super Baseball is. Why is it cut off like that? Look how ugly that 3-inch. It's so squished because it's a rectangle. It doesn't look like that in Dig. It's the right size in Dig. And you can't search by name. You can't go you can't go numbers, A, B, C, D. You can't do that. If you hit R1, it goes to the next system. That's a cool little thing that it can do. But then why can't we fucking skip down? Doesn't make any sense. If I hold down, will it skip down? It'll go a little bit faster. But that still doesn't help. It's still not what I want. It's still not what anybody wants. So those are my cons. Everything else in this update is great. Some things I don't necessarily need. Some things I don't need yet. But I like that it offers us a lot of new systems. I like that it does give you the option to use, whatever pokey MMO is. Easy RPG Player is cool. It's homemade, fan-made RPGs. And you just have to load them into this system within itself. But this isn't about that. I like that it updates itself. That's a biggie. I do have my Play Store up now, but I'm going to remove it now that I've gotten the new RetroArch. I only fucking got it so I could get the new RetroArch. Update's great. If you have any questions, don't ask me. You can ask me. I'm just kidding, but, whatever. Oh, speaking of people asking questions, somebody had asked about the Sega Saturn, and I just want to quickly take a look right here. I looked at it a while ago. I meant to answer, and then I fucking fell asleep and then forgot about it. Well, the Sega Saturn games are not scraped at all. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a problem with these, but we'll take care of that another time. Let's just look at Clockwork Knight. Okay, and open it up. And it closes. Oh, that's right, because I moved all the folders. Okay, if I didn't mention this before. I know, I still have that. So I moved all the folders, and that's why it just did that. So we have to do it through the launcher right now. I'll set it up again in Dig. We're directing it to the correct folder. For a second, I got scared. I'm like, why isn't it working? I haven't tried it from the Retroid Launcher, so if it doesn't work, don't necessarily blame it on anything in particular. Ugh, nothing's scraped. Let's go back to Clockwork Knight, and no. Try it again, and no. All right, try it with this one, and no, it doesn't fucking work. All right, what about Clockwork Knight 2? Does that one fucking work? That one works. Oh, close. I don't want to go to YouTube. Okay, so it does work now. This is gonna have to be reset up though, so keep that in mind. That you're gonna have to reset up everything if you've had it set up before. So the Retroid Launcher should just get you right in for the gentleman who was asking about it. Again, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. I looked it up and I shit the bed. I just shit the bed. That's really my only excuse right here. And we'll just go back because that's the only way out of here right now. I'm going to try it with another game. I don't know why. It might be a faulty ROM. I don't know, but let's try it with Golden Axe. Yeah, it looks like it's going in. Does it work? It does. All right, so there you go. It does go directly in. It doesn't take you to the home screen like it did before. And awesome. All right, well, thanks a lot, guys. I had fun. Hope you had fun. I hope you liked that I'm actually able to get chapters now. I wasn't able to before. I don't know fucking why, but now I can have the visual chapters, and hooray for that. So if you guys want more videos, let me know. Let me know what you want to do a video on. I would say like and subscribe. I guess I'm supposed to say that. Well, I mean, definitely subscribe, but mostly because I just like seeing the little numbers go up. Like, you have 50 subscribers. You have 70 subscribers. You have 90. It's fun to watch that go up. It makes me very excited, and I don't get excited about a lot. I get excited about video games. I get excited about a really good new album, but not like a good one, but a really good new album that comes out. I get excited when I receive, like, vinyl in the mail. Am I making myself sound old yet? No. But seriously, like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you're gonna do. I definitely suggest hitting that notification thing so then you know when I come up. Because who the fuck? I don't have a schedule. I don't know. I don't follow that whole YouTube logic of, oh, if you want to have subscribers, you have to have a schedule. Look, I'll put up a video when I want to put up a video. If someone wants to see one, throw a fucking comment down there and say, hey, can you do a video on this? And I just might. Especially if I see people who actually want to do it. So, thanks a lot. Have a good one. I'm going to end on Golden Axe Duel here just for fucking no reason. And, you know, this has been, you know, me. Food on the right of the Misfit-Slime. See ya. Have a good one.